Alright. Hi, everyone, and welcome to TWF Friday Night Smackdown. Tony Schiavone, Michael Cole, and Corey Graves here. And today on Friday Night Smackdown, we're going to see, well, I don't know what we're going to see here today, but it's going to be a good show. Tony Schiavone says. Yeah, you got that right, Michael Cole says. We're going to have a good show here today on Friday Night Smackdown. You know, it's really, truly morning and not evening or night yet. We always do our in the day. Michael Cole says. Well, that's right, Corey Graves says. You don't know what we're going to be doing here today. We don't know what we're going to be doing here today, Tony Schiavone and Michael Cole, but it's going to be a good show. Well, we got Mothra in the ring now. Alright. So, I know Mothra says that my run in the toy wrestling gathering may have started as early as 9 between 98 YL to we're going to say 9 between 99 YL when I was this small toy that they bought from big lots back in the day. And if you overlook the rainbow one that got bought, we're going to say when 2005 or 2006 YL, then that would have been seen as my 2-diff run. Sorry for clearing my throat, but that always seems to happen. So here today, if anyone wants to take me up on my dare to fight me, well, they can do it. But at the end of the day, I am, going to beat whoever takes me up on my dare. Yeah. Whoever takes me up on my dare. So, whoever that is, they're going to lose. Well, here comes Baron Corbin now. Well, isn't it Mothra? The only one of all the Toho cells never to have more than only 4. They only have about 4 films. I mean, you look more like someone took a butterfly and a moth and then put it together. Now, I know that at the end of the day, Baron Corbin says, I know butterflies do something good. I know if butterflies do something good. I don't know if there's any, I guess moths do the same thing. The only unlikeness between butterflies and moths are that some of them, well, moths tend to be more, have to be around the light, and butterflies do not. But they all start out the same way as wingless moths or butterflies called caterpillars, but that's most likely some kind of Hellenish borrowed word or Frenchish borrowed word of some kind. Anyway, I'm the one that you're gonna fight. And if you think that I'm gonna have a bind wrestling a butterfly or fighting a moth, hey, that would be great. Well, let me tell you something, Baron Corbin. You might think that I'm some kind of weakling that cannot fight or cannot wrestle, right? Yeah. We kind of known that. I mean, I've seen you in all the Godzilla films, and your 4 films, and whatever. But you got to say something that Godzilla Fiend of Fiends game that Toho themselves made. They made you out to be the weakling. Oh yeah, and a lot of Godzilla followers out there, they tend to want to forget that game ever came out. But have you seen all the other Godzilla games that either came out to Sony PlayStation or to the small soft Xbox or Nintendo, whatever. Yeah. But I still think you're kind of dumb. And I'm going to beat you. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I can take a fling at you. Ugh! And Mothra just took a fling at Baron Corbin, who wanted to strike him first. And I guess that means that we're going to have that match, I believe, between Mothra and Baron Corbin. Now, I will tell you one thing right now. Tony Schiavone says, what is the unlikeness between a butterfly and a moth? Both of them are living beings that God has made and gave life to. Some are big, some are small. But is there a big unlikeness between the two? I think there is a big unlikeness between the two. If I understand, Michael Cole says. I don't really understand. They both belong to the same kin, the same flying bug kin that they both belong to. But moths tend to be driven to light, where butterflies really don't seem to have that as their setup. Well, I can tell you one thing, Corey Graves says, I don't really care what the unlikeness between a butterfly and a moth is. Both of them are English words. Anyway, I just know that Mothra, either she's a moth or a butterfly, or half moth, half butterfly, some kind of whatever, hit Baron Corbin for no ground sake and why. Well, you knew, Tony Schiavone said, Baron Corbin was going to hit Mothra first. She just beat him to the strike. Yeah, that's what I saw too, Michael Cole says. That's what I saw too. Hey, astronomer, or Corone, whatever you want to call yourself. Yeah. You saw what happened out there, didn't you? Yeah, I did. Well, I want a match with Baron Corbin here today on Friday Night Smackdown. Oh, alright, yeah, I'll give that to you. You got your match, you got your fight. Stand up. Stand up. And hey, Mothra. Yeah, he clipped her? Give Baron Corbin hell. Give Baron Corbin hell. And show him no kindness. Well, that's kind of hard to do because I am a kind-hearted moth or butterfly. Well, now we're back in... Oh, shit. Well, now we're back in the ring now, Michael Cole. We're back in the ring now, Tony Schiavone says. And we do know now that Baron Corbin is going to take on Mothra here today on Friday Night Smackdown. And Mothra just knocked down Baron Corbin with one of her wings. Tony Schiavone said, yeah, Michael Cole says, Mothra can make a lot of gale-like winds that's been known to blow her foes over, And she's not as weak as folks like to make her out to be, Tony Schiavone says. And another strike with the butterfly wing or moth wing, and down goes Baron Corbin. That's right, Tony Schiavone said. A lot of folks like to think that Mothra is this weakling follower of the 4-1 Bonds of Good. But if you ever seen her in any of her 4 films, all the Sundress Toho, Warner Brothers, Godzilla films, Michael Cole said, that she's not as weak as folks make her out to be. Michael Cole said, yeah, I tell you what, Corey Graves says, but you always know that moths and butterflies are always they live as wingless butterflies and moths, then they become butterflies and moths with wings, and mostly that's the end of their life. So they really don't live that long. I don't know if butterflies live longer than moths or moths live longer than butterflies. I don't know how long God lets butterflies and moths live for, but I know that she has been born over and over again. But Baron Corbin isn't like any of those other foes that she has fought in the Toho films or in the Warner Brother films. Baron Corbin just deep sixted, deep sixted, just ended deep sixed Mothra. And now he just ended Mothra now. Tony Schiavone said, and this is the Mothra toy that was made by, we believe, Toy Mates for the Warner Brothers, Godzilla film. Either Godzilla Fight Kong, or that film. Tony Schiavone said, that's right, Michael Cole says, and is Baron Corbin going to beat Mothra here today on Friday Night SmackDown? 1, 2, and only a kick out. Baron Corbin thought he was going to get the 1, 2, 3 here today. He thought he'd have a smooth fight, Michael Cole said. He did, Corey Graves said. He did, Tony Schiavone says. And now Baron Corbin thinks all you got to do is deep sixer and end a day or again, Corey Graves says. I don't think so. Tony Schiavone said, body slam. Here comes Michael Cole said, Mothra is going to beat Baron Corbin. How the hell could Mothra come back from the deep six and the end of days, the deep six and the end of day, Corey Graves says. Baron Corbin's beat sundry folks on NXT and Raw and SmackDown over his WWE, as long calling he's a WWE wrestler or overstar or fighter. 1, 2, 3. Ding ding ding. Here is your winner, Mothra. Shit. Mothra had to go hit. Well, anyway, your guess is good as mine. Well, we do know Tony Schiavone said that Mothra has beat Baron Corbin here today on Friday Night SmackDown. And yes, you do bring up that thing that Baron Corbin has beat a lot of folks with the end of days and the deep six and his time in WWE, either on NXT, Raw, or SmackDown, Tony Schiavone says. But now today he is either lost to a butterfly or a moth, or a being that is half butterfly, half moth. I don't know if Mothra is a butterfly or a moth, Tony Schiavone said. No one really seems to know, Michael Cole says. But yeah, Baron Corbin beat a lot of folks, with the Deep Six and the End of Days and WWE on NXT, Raw, or SmackDown. But he didn't beat Mothra here today, Michael Cole said. Yeah, he got played. They buried him. They besmirched him, Corey Graves says. That's what they did to him. They handicapped him. They weakened him. Corey Graves says, how do you lose to a butterfly? How do you lose to a moth? Alright, take it away, Corey Graves says. Alright, take it away, Bob Walk. Thank you, Tony Schiavone and Michael Cole. I'm going to be talking with Baron Corbin. I'm going to be talking with Mothra here today on Friday Night SmackDown. Alright, Mothra. We just saw you out there with your match earlier. We saw you have your match with Baron Corbin here today on Friday Night SmackDown. How does that go? Well, I didn't think it was going to be Baron Corbin was going to be the one I was going to be wrestling or fighting here today on Friday Night SmackDown. But I did. A lot of folks look at me and they think, oh, you're a butterfly or you're a moth. Oh, well, you can't. You're a weakling. There's no way you can wrestle. There's no way you can fight. Well, you see what I did to many of my foes and all the Toho Godzilla films I was in. And all the Warner Brother Godzilla films I was in. Hell, you even seen the free Hojo films I was in. So, yeah, I guess I'm not a weakling. No, I wouldn't say you were a weakling. But why do you think Baron Corbin, took you up on your open dare? I don't know. He's a bully. He's a creep. He's a heel. He thought that I was a weakling that he could smoothly pick on. smoothly bully. I don't know his ground sake or why for doing it. All I know is that Bob, all I know is I beat him. And that is that. Alright, that's my talk with Mafara. Back to you, Tony Schiavone and Michael Cole. Thank you, Bob Walk, for talking with Mafara here today on Friday Night Smackdown. And that's all the time we got it for Friday Night Smackdown. I, Tony Schiavone, Michael Cole, and Corey Graves. We hope you liked Friday Night Smackdown, and we'll see you tomorrow for Rampage or Rampro.